Hello, my fellow investors, and welcome back to another monthly dividend update video. And not just dividends, guys, we're also going to take a look at the options premiums as well as any buys I did this month. It was a crazy month, right? June, the last month of every quarter is always massive. June and September are the biggest ones every single time. And I'm going to show you guys how much the portfolio made. It's absolutely crazy. The options premium was also big as well. And the buys, I did a couple buys here and there, but massive month, guys. Some might even say huge. So yeah, we're going to just cover that and let's see how much in everything the portfolio made. So with that said, let's get started with this video. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with the buys I did this month. Now ignore everything that says sell to open, buy to close, and expired. Alright, those are just options. We're going to take a look at that after this. But just focus on the one that says buy. And the first buy that I did, guys, was on the 14th. So halfway through the month already. It was on the 14th. And I bought, guess what, 7 shares of AbbVie. AbbVie, guys, has been falling massively, right? I think its current share price is like around $133 from a peak of like 160. Now, this is still way above my average, which is like 112. But guys, AbbVie is just one of those companies that I have yet to see it fall down. It's been years since I've seen it down, to 112, right? It's just one of those companies. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, it's $30 under. It's fairly close to what my target share price says to begin with, so I'm just gonna do it. I'll just dollar cost average on the way down if it keeps going lower. But right now, I'm just gonna keep buying because I have no idea if this thing is going to go lower. So that's why I'm essentially buying AbbVie. By the way, you're gonna see a lot more of AbbVie being bought as we go throughout the entire month. But on the 14th, bought 7 shares of AbbVie for $958.86. If we come up here some more, we got a buy the close over there. But on the 23rd, so you can see I spend time from one buy to the other. It just depends as to what companies I find at a fair value at a certain time. On the 23rd, guys, I bought Realty Income because Realty Income fell sub 60. And y'all know my rule when it comes to Realty Income. Sub 60, I buy, right? Absolutely one of the best REITs, monthly dividend paying REITs. It's absolutely crazy. So, falling under 60, you guys can see right here, I bought 12 shares for a price of $58.89, $706.79. That's how much I paid for. And then on the 23rd, again, guys, I did 2 buys on the same day for Realty Income. I did 12, the first one, and then 6 for $353.28 for pretty much the exact same, right? $58.88. Then on the 27th, 4 days later, I bought some more AbbVie. Bought 4 shares at a price tag of $133.22 for $532.86. And the last one, guys, was on the 29th. I bought 2 more shares of AbbVie for $132.98 for $266 essentially. So yeah, this is just, I haven't been doing a lot of buys, but I only buy when companies really do tend to fall, right? Really do tend to fall. Right now, I'm mainly focusing on AbbVie right now. AbbVie and Realty Income. But after Friday, after the 30th, guys, we just saw a massive rise in companies. I do not know exactly what AbbVie's share price is after that, but I'll take a look at it, and if it's still, if it's lower than what I bought it, or if it's still roughly around like the 130, I'm actually considering buying some more in the future. But nonetheless, though, this was the buys that I did for the month of June. Now let's get into the options. Now this one, guys, it wasn't the best month, but it was also not the worst month either. And there's still a couple positions opened, and that could go either way. But if the market keeps going up, as it did on Friday, the 30th, well, they may just expire worthless. So we got over here, this line over here is what is essentially the cutoff for June. And we started off on the 12th for selling a covered call for Chevron, guys, and it was for a strike of 162. Made 26 bucks for it. Made 26 bucks, so it expired worthless. So we got that $26. Now, On the following day, the 13th, I opened up an SCHD cash secured put for $21. That one's still open. It's going to expire on the 21st of July. Then Crocs, we sold, or at least the following day on the 14th, we sold another covered call, because if you guys don't know, I actually have 100 shares of Crocs, right? One of my goals for this year was to have 100 shares, or at least to start a position on a non-dividend paying company. I wish it would have been Google when it was 80, but oh well, it is what it is. I did it for Crocs instead. Crocs is still a monster. You know, if you guys have seen my fundamental analysis on it, I keep getting $300. It's just absolutely crazy. So, you know, it is what it is. We'll see where that leads. And yeah, it is what it is. But I'm looking at Crocs, guys. So I sold a covered call, since I already have 100 shares of it. I sold a covered call on the 14th for expiration on the 16th, so just 2 days later, right? I like to sell weekly covered calls. You know, it is what it is. For the cash secured puts, I like to sell on the monthly. For the covered calls, I like to sell it on the weekly. Made, what, 20 bucks for that one. Not too bad. Not too bad. Expired worthless. Then I sold a cash secured put on Google, expiring on the 28th. I opened this up on the 14th as well. Expires on the 28th for a strike price of $111. And I sold that, guys, for $105. Now that's still open. But Google has been resilient with that like 119. I think it got as low as like 117 or something along those lines. But yeah, it's been holding pretty good. And after Friday, it's just shot up massively. So this option is essentially getting crushed right now, which is really, really good for me. And so far, $105. Now I sold a Crocs cash secured put again on the 15th for $100, and that one expired on the 30th. So the fact of the matter is that, guys, I sold that for a strike of 103, and Crocs ended the 30th on 112. So I just made $100 on that one. Really, really nice. And then on the 20th, I sold a Chevron covered call expiring on the 30th, and I made $37 for that one, right? Expiring on the 30th for a strike of $160. So that one's really good too. Made $37 on that one. Then on the 20th, I did like 3 things. Then on the 20th again, I sold a cash secured put on Crocs expiring next Friday, so the 7th of July. And this was for a strike of $98. And I got, guys, $115 for premium on this one. Absolutely crazy. Again, that one's also getting crushed. Most likely will expire worthless. And then on the 20th, I sold another Crocs covered call for a strike of $120. Again, that expired worthless. So I made $24 on that one when it came to premiums. And lastly, on the 28th, I opened up cash secured put on none other than Texas Roadhouse for a strike of $100, expiring on the 21st of July. I made $25 on that one. Texas Roadhouse, guys, is a company that every time I see it, I'm like, I'm gonna buy it, and then I'm just like, I want it to go lower, and then it just shoots back up. Every time it goes to like $105, it shoots back up. I'm just like, I don't know, man. But yeah, currently right now it's at $112, so July 21st, that one's going to take a little bit to expire, but I don't see Texas Roadhouse falling. It really just doesn't fall. It really just doesn't move at all. Like, it goes down to like 105 from like 112, and then it just shoots right back up. So it is one of those companies. Nonetheless, though, this was all the options premiums that I did this month. Now, there is another one that, unfortunately, well, I guess I wouldn't say unfortunately, but I had to close this month. And it really didn't affect this month's income because, well, I opened this one back in February. So this was a Crocs cash secured put expiring, I believe, by the end of this month. I think it was the 23rd of June when it was supposed to expire. But as you can see, I closed it on the 16th, and that was for a premium of $70, and I closed it for $25. So overall, I made around $21.21 for that one. Still decent, especially for opening it up in February. So all in all, that was all the contracts that I opened / closed for the month of June, and the total for June was none other than $467.06. Now that could obviously change, right? There's still a lot of them that are open, and depending on whether I close them or not, or if they expire worthless, that will obviously change. But assuming that they all expire worthless, $467.06. Not too shabby, guys. Not too shabby at all. Now, that is not the best one in this month's in this year so far. April was absolutely bonkers, $717, but $467 still pretty good. And you can see here that I'm still in line with the average of $344, which, if you guys remember what my goals were for this year, I'm gonna bring you guys over here. One of my goals was, guys, make $250 a month in options premiums. This is on average, right? And right now, well, as we're seeing it right here, I'm above that. I'm above that by a significant amount. So that's doing really, really good so far. Let's hope that things continue to go. Let's hope that things continue to go in a way that I can capitalize selling cash secure puts and covered calls. And now it is time for what everybody's waiting for. In fact, this is what I'm most excited about, because, guys, dividends, it's by far the best one out of all of them. This is the one that requires zero like attention from me at all, and I absolutely love it. Now, obviously, you make a lot more with selling options premiums, but that one you have to constantly manage, right? You have to make sure that, like, you're not in the money and all that stuff. When it comes to dividends, this is purely passive, and it's absolutely amazing. And we just finished by far the best month out of the year. It's absolutely crazy. Like, as I said, guys, some might even say huge. So here it is. Here is what I got for the month of June when it comes to dividends, and it is a whopping, oh my lord, it's a whopping $835.19. That's crazy. If this was back in 2019, this would have covered my rent, because when I moved here to Pennsylvania back in 2019, my rent was $806, guys. That would have covered my rent. That's absolutely crazy. Now, it can't cover my rent right now, but man, like, that's bonkers to think about. That's so crazy. $835 without working. Think about that, guys. And on top of that, because most of these dividends are qualified, because I've owned these companies for so much, for such a long time, all of these dividends, they get tax benefits. And they actually get taxed at a much better rate than active income. Now, because I have active income and that exceeds the current bracket that these dividends would essentially be taxed at zero, unfortunately, they're getting taxed at 15%, right? But nonetheless, though, assuming that one day I will say, you know what, I'm done with this, I don't need to work anymore, if I make under $40,000 when it comes to dividends a year, guys, that means that I don't get taxed at all, right? I don't get taxed at all. And assuming that I get to move to Tennessee, which one of the ways that you guys will allow me to do that is by, of course, liking, subscribing, commenting if you do like these kinds of videos. That is, you know, if I'm allowed to move to Tennessee, if I'm allowed to do this full time, I can move to Tennessee and I can have all of this. And on top of that, I will be able to give you guys a lot more videos, a lot more content. Mike and I, we could do, you know, live streams every day because we'll be a lot closer together. That is going to make it so that I don't have state income tax. That's awesome. That's absolutely insane too. So the month of June, absolutely crazy. $835. That covers so many actually, that covers all expenses except for the rent. That's literally the only thing that doesn't cover. So it's absolutely crazy. Now, I'm not taking this money out yet for expenses, right? I'm taking this money out. Actually, I'm not taking this money out at all. I am using this money, reinvesting it, just like the options premiums, reinvesting it back into buying AbbVie Realty Income, so that way this dividend actually increases as the months go on. And you can see right here, guys, when it comes to my yearly dividends, $5,235.51. Now, this right here, what you're seeing right here, this estimated 2023 income, as well as the average, which, by the way, for the average of 2023, it is estimated at $436.29. This is for the year of 2023. Here's the thing, though. If we take a look at the 12 months, in the next 12 months, this shoots up to $5,483.68 in a yearly dividend. And look at this, $457 in average monthly income, guys, when it comes to dividends. Again, one of my goals this year was to reach $6,000 in annual dividends. Why 6,000? Because 6,000 would actually get me to $500 in monthly average dividends, which is amazing. Imagine getting $500 on average every single month. That's absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane. And right now, we're halfway through the year. We're almost at 460. So if the market keeps going down, or if I find companies like AbbVie that are just falling down, I'm gonna buy them, guys. I'm gonna buy them. I want to reach the $500 by the end of the year. If sooner, the better. So yeah, that's just absolutely crazy. Now let's compare these dividends to that of the previous years. This is gonna be crazy. Watch. All right, guys. So here it is. Look at this. So June 2023 is the green bar that you guys see right there. $835.19 in dividends. Now, here's the thing also. Schwab gives me also interest. It's 11 cents. So I'm only counting dividends. I'm not counting interest rates when it comes to that. So June, it is $835.19. Look at what it was, guys, comparing the June to the March of the same year. $657.34. That's $200 more. Now compare this to June of 2022, $455. Look at that jump. Look at that jump. It nearly doubled. It nearly doubled. A little bit less than double, but still, that's absolutely massive. $455.61 in June of 2022. And compare this to March of 2022, it was $420. So that's just absolutely crazy. Now, again, I always have to make this a point, guys. Look at what it was. Look at what my dividends were back in January of 2020 when I first started investing. Look at that. 16 cents. 16 cents. If you would have started this and you would have been like, oh my God, 16 cents. This is going to take forever. Like this isn't worth it, man. 16 cents a month is absolutely crazy. Like, and then the following month for February, $3? What? This is nothing. Yeah. And then you continue it. You continue to be aggressive. You continue to be on that path. You do not waver at all. $835. I cannot wait to see what this thing will be next year. Because if trend continues, this will probably double, right? And if it doubles, at least for the months of what, March, June, September, and December, if it doubles for these months, that's going to be $1,600. That's going to be $1,600 right there. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Now, the other months are still lagging behind. But man, imagine if this thing does reach $1,600, which by the way, it's like my average rent kind of. It's like almost $1,700. But if this thing were to reach $1,600 by next year, right? By next year, even if it only covers my rent March, June, September, and December, that's 4 months out of the year that I don't have to pay rent. That is absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane. Dividends are so great. I absolutely love it. And by the way, this also counts, I completely forgot, this also counts the end of Q2. So let's come down here and take a look at the quarterly dividends. Here it is, guys. Quarterly dividends when it comes to Q2 of 2022 ended up being $1,333.60. Look at that spike, though. Look at that spike, like from right here, Q4 of 2022, at $945.21 to $1,146 end of Q1 of 2023 to now $1,333.60 for the end of Q2 of 2023. Absolutely crazy. That spike right there is absolutely insanity, right? Absolutely insanity. And when it comes to the year, so far, guys, we're almost at $2,500. Last year entirely, it was $3,616, or almost $616. So absolutely crazy. This is just, oh man, this is just going insane right now. It's just going insane. Dividends are by far the best form of passive income, as y'all can see right here. And I really do hope that these monthly videos help people who are starting to invest and only see like, it's only this, it's only $2, it's only that. Guys, be consistent. Consistency is key, and then you can reach that. And by the way, that's not even that much compared to some other people. This isn't even that much. So the point is to be consistent. If you're just starting, then guess what? There's people worse than you, right? There's people that haven't even been starting yet. So I look at this, I'm like, yeah, are there people better? True, but there are people who are also worse. So at the end of the day, guys, it's just doesn't matter where you are at. It's the only thing that matters is that you're starting and that you are consistent with anything that you do in life, right? So $835.20 when it comes to dividends this month, guys. It's just absolutely crazy. Next month is going to go down a significant amount. In fact, if we come back over here, we can see that, well, July's is going to be a little bit less, going down to now $130.89. But it is what it is. You know, there really aren't a lot of companies that pay out in July to begin with, or, you know, January, April, July, and October. But it is what it is. Nonetheless, though, we are going to cover that when July comes along, or at least when July ends. So anyways, guys, that pretty much does it for this one. Y'all can follow us on the new tech sites. Link is in the description below. So with that said, peace out, and we'll see you all next time.